Hello, everyone. Today, our team, Maeka and Justin and me, Nigel, will present the oral presentation of the novel Oryx and Crakes. Our team will look at the analysis of the novel and marketing strategy of promoting the novel into a movie. Firstly, I will talk about the type of novel of Oryx and Crakes, and I will also talk about the author, Margaret Atwood. Maeka will present a summary of the novel Oryx and Crake, and for the marketing strategies, Justin will present on how to use marketing strategies in promoting the novel into a movie. The type of novel, Oryx and Crake is a dystopian tale. The author, Margaret Atwood, described the novel as a speculative fiction rather than science fiction, meaning it's not reality, but it could happen. The novel is set in a post-apocalyptic new future where humans have pushed science and technology to alarming places in the society that includes genetic modification and pharmaceutical experiment. Oaks and Crakes is the first book of the Mad Adam trilogy, followed by The Year of the Flood and Mad Adam. Margaret Eleanor Atwood is one of the Canadians' best-known writers for her novels, short stories, literary criticism, and poems. She was born in Ottawa in 1939. She grew up in the Northern Ontario and Northern Quebec because her father was a biologist conducting research. Also, she lived in Toronto. At the age of 16, she decided to pursue the career of professional writer. In 1957, she began studying English language and literature at the Victoria College in the University of Toronto. She graduated in 1961 with a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature. In 1962, she earned her master's degree Radcliffe College, Harvard University. She is currently holder of 20 honorary degrees from prestigious universities around the world, including Harvard University. The Canadian writer has explored a wide range of writing that includes 40 volumes of poetry, critical studies, scripts, children's literature, and short stories of fiction and nonfiction. Her work has been translated into over 30 languages. Atwood has received various literary awards, including Booker Prize, Arthur C. Clarke Award, and the Governor General's Award. Atwood's books have been adapted into plays, television shows, and movies. And now Maeka will talk about the summary of the novel.
Now let's continue with a quick analysis of the novel to understand better our choices of marketing strategies. So in the first scene of Oryx and Crake, it shows a man named Snowman waking up in a tree. Some sort of tragedy has happened, but the reader has no idea what the event was or what caused it. Aside from the children of Crake, who go around nude and have a unique genetic composition, it appears that Snowman may be the only survivor of the tragedy. The novel's present time is represented by the post-apocalyptic world, and each chapter alternates between Snowman's current events and his memories from his pre-apocalyptic past, when he went by the name Jimmy. As the book progresses, these desperate yet intertwined narratives threads weave together. Snowman in the present-day story keeps an eye on the crackers, for who he feels a feeling of responsibility. Snowman tells stories about two characters named Crake and Oryx, to whom the characters regard as gods. Crake watches over the crackers while Oryx takes care of the lives and well-being of plants and animals. Despite the Cracker's apparent adaptation to the post-apocalyptic world, struggles to stay nourished and watered. He nowhere can get additional supplies, but it's a long distance away, and he's never been away from the Crackers for more than a day. Despite this, he decides to walk to paradise. Snowman faces various threats on his way to paradise, like genetically created pigs known as pigoons, and he has an infected food one. Snowman eventually makes it to paradise, where he gets essential supplies and he goes back to the Crackers. Despite the fact that Snowman's story serves as a frame for the novel, the majority of the book is devoted to Snowman's memories of his previous life. Jimmy's childhood is the starting point for this story. His parents worked for an organic farm, a company that looked into ways to produce human organs inexpensively. Jimmy's mother was not satisfied with the company's work, which irritated her husband. She was depressed for a long time and then left her husband and Jimmy. Jimmy was devastated when she left. He did survive this event because of Crake, with whom he spent a lot of time on the internet watching explicit movies of sex and violence. Craig had a talent in science and math, but not Jimmy. So they went to different schools. So this is where they began to see each other less. Jimmy started working for a company called Yanuhu after graduating, where he created self-improvement products marketing strategies. Craig and Jimmy maintained in touch and visit each other on occasions, but they drifted apart as the years passed. Employees of an agency came to Jimmy's house on occasions during his time at Yanuhu to question him about his mother's location, but Jimmy had lost contact with her. The agents returned to Jimmy's fifth year at Yanuhu and showed him a video of his mother's death. Jimmy fell into a deep depression after learning of his mother's death, and it ended when Craig showed up at his house and invited him to join him at his company. Jimmy accepted the position and conducted an ad campaign for a new pill called Bliss Plus, which Craig had created to boost customers' libido while also secretly preventing them from having children. Crake was also in charge of another top-secret project, which was housed in a unique facility named Paradise and contained a new breed of genetically modified people known as the Crackers. Oops. At Paradise, Jimmy met Oryx, a woman employed by Crake to teach the Crackers and help distribute the Bliss Plus pills around the world. Oryx was someone Jimmy and Crake had seen in a child pornography movie when they were teenagers. When Crake was in college, he met Oryx in person and hired her for sex work. Oryx and Crake became friends, and when Crake started working at his company, he employed Oryx as well. Jimmy was seduced by Oryx, and he was scared that Crake would be mad if he found out. Later on, a news report became to arrive concerning a plague outbreak around the world. Oryx called Jimmy to tell him that the Bliss Plus pill had a delayed release contagion in them, and that she had unknowingly contributed to the outbreak. The epidemic of Crake spread fast and destroyed the population. Crake returned to Paradise with Oryx in the early hours of the epidemic, and he slit her throat in front of Jimmy. Then Jimmy shot Crake. Jimmy remained alone at the Paradise facility for the first few weeks after the breakout. He eventually identified himself as to the Crackers as snowmen, and brought them to a new home by the coast, where they are still living in the present time of the novel. The tale concludes with Snowman's return to the Crackers from Paradise in the current day. The Crackers tell him that they observed a bunch of people that looked like him in the area. Snowman is unsure whether to approach them as allies or enemies.
Let us move on now to the marketing strategies that would, without a doubt, contribute to making the movie adaptation of the classic literary work of Margaret Atwood's Oryx and Crake a success. Because indeed, we want to create a keen interest around the novel to eventually go ahead with a movie. However, in order to reach that objective, we want to ensure a strong marketing and really come up with a unique plan that will hopefully make the project successful. And with that in mind, here are 4 main ideas or concepts that we as a team have come up with. So first, we would like to participate in Canada's annual book fairs. In fact, we strongly believe that be present exactly where our target market is. For the record, our target market is anyone that enjoys reading science fiction. Is the best way to make Oryx and Crake increase in popularity because there we can really take the time to discuss the book with the people that walk by and make them discover Atwood's dystopian universe. Because of course, the author would be there to meet visitors and sign their books. And who better to sell this book than Margaret Atwood? So no one, you might say. Yet we determined that marketing-wise, having an extra person that would be at the booth the days during which the book fair takes place would definitely make the book more visible and would surely open the door for a greater number of Oryx and Crake enthusiasts. For that, we thought of the well-known actor Tom Hanks, in Forrest Gump actor. This accomplished six-time Academy Awarded man would not only play the movie's main character Snowman, but also help to attract media attention. Besides, in an online article recently published in Radio Canada, Ici Québec, it is said that there were around 70,000 visitors during the 2022 edition of the Quebec's International Book Fair, le Salon International du Livre de Québec. And that means that during 5 days of exhibit, an average of 14,000 people came. The numbers are similar to the last edition in 2019 of the book fair, so why not benefit from that? We will focus on the kiosk decoration so that it resembles the Oryx and Crake's environment, which has to do with nature. Now, for the second strategy that we have found is obviously social media. According to a Business of Apps website, quote, TikTok had 1.2 million monthly active users in quarter four of 2021 and is expected to reach 1.5 million by the end of 2022, unquote. Indeed, we intend on mainly using this platform because the app uses algorithms, which means that the more a video is liked, commented, shared, in short, reaches a number of interactions, the more it is likely for its insight to go up exponentially. That also implies that we could use it as a marketing tool because their users consume videos that are fast to watch and easy to share to other users. We have various types of content in mind, such as funny memes, quotes from the novel, Atwood's interview moments when she talks about Oryx and Crake, and many more. But one that we think is genuinely worth considering, though, is a contest that would not only push on TikTok, but also on social media like Facebook and mostly Instagram. As a matter of fact, our goal would be to organize a contest and give away tickets for the Oryx and Crake movie premiere and a meet and greet with the author and the main actors of the movie, as well as the filmmaker. Since we always go all in and would like to really have the winners spend a good time with us, we would offer them a limousine ride from the place they would like to be picked up at to the movie theater. And all of this will make people aware of Oryx and Crake, because when posting a huge contest like that, what we usually do is that we ask people to share our posts and their Instagram stories, so their followers can actually see what is going on, and then incite them to follow us for a better chance to win a package, which ultimately increases, of course, our number of followers and increases our credibility. Now, in addition to that, we thought it would be a good idea to boost our posts and stories. And if you're wondering what is boosting, it is, it's boosting. It has to do with a post that we pay for on, no, sorry, I'm going to restart again. Boosting a post has to do with paying the online platform, for example, paying $50 per week for Instagram to put our account on other users' feed that have similar interests as ours, even though they don't follow us. And more than that, for a cheap amount of money, we could increase our account statistics and consequently attract people. In other words, it is a buying publicity, and as we want the project to be successful, we will need that for sure. Now, the third aspect we would like to talk about today as our marketing strategy is to create merch as we say, for our Oryx and Crake fans. Not only would we come up with a full collection of clothes that would have, for example, the faces of the main characters, like Jimmy slash Snowman, but also symbolic elements that are in the book or simply the logo. But one thing that is sure is that people wearing the pieces of clothing will do publicity when wearing them. So yeah, we also plan on releasing some accessories that would be representative of Oryx and Crates, like we thought about that. Alex the parrot as a stuffed toy for children. Now for the last, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to oops. Yeah, sorry, wrong wrong slide. But the last strategy for a good marketing plan is to build up a game on mobile devices. In other words, an app on which users can play the game that Jimmy and Crake used to play when they were young, and that is Blood and Roses. We believe that it would fit well with the context of today because almost everyone now has a cell phone, and many of them download games to pass the time. So why not benefit from that?
Our team would like to thank you for listening to our presentation.